Well, I did come in for acting, and when I got here I learned so much more about design and lighting and costumes. I just really fell in love with makeup and costumes. That's something that I'm definitely going to take out of high school.
The opportunity of like knowing a little bit about everything in theater that you can really use in all aspects of it.
Everyone in our shop is so friendly. We all get along. My favorite part about Sussex Tech, oh boy, our shop, honestly, theater.
In commercial arts, we do a lot of different things. We explore every different type of art. We do traditional art, which includes drawing, painting, using different types of paint like acrylic, watercolor, gouache, stuff like that. We do digital art, which is in like Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, and we do photo editing and photography.
I chose Sussex Tech because I think it's a great program and I think it's an awesome school overall. Like, I think the teachers here are great, the students here are great.
I think the shops at Sussex Tech are really cool. I think it's a great experience, especially if you know what kind of you want to go towards when you're in college.
Coming to a new school, meeting new people, having that common interest like the shop makes it a lot easier to like make friendships and build friendships. And I mean, these guys are pretty much like my second family.
After graduating, I want to go into photography.
But I love art, it makes me happy, so I want to do that forever, you know.
Well, cinematography, we begin with pre-production. So we begin writing scripts, pitching scripts, coming up with ideas, and then we go on to production, where we actually take the camera and we film all our ideas. And then on to post-production, where we edit, we do credits. We also do work with animation and motion capture, which is what I'm wearing right now. So all these sensors get loaded into a computer and they log my movements and you can animate it, so it's really neat.
I learned in my shop literally everything I would ever need to know when it comes to filmmaking and the basics of filmmaking, and I really think that's going to be beneficial for my future because when I go into the field, I'm going to be steps ahead of everyone else.
The friendships in my shop have shaped me personally by making me more confident, and has also made me look at situations differently. How can I use what other people have done to solve different problems? So I've become definitely a more well-rounded person in my shop.
In graphic design, our goal is to communicate without speaking. So we want to demonstrate our abilities on how to make things using color and contrast with other different people.
In graphic design, we do a lot of Photoshop, Illustrator. We do a bunch of things for the school. We have outside customers come in.
Some of the best qualities about Sussex Tech would have to be the people at it, because if you think about it, everyone here wants to be here. And you get to meet so many different people from all around.
In auto, we learn pretty much like how to work on cars, anywhere from oil changes to we were just doing a Subaru where we had to rebuild the heads on it.
We pretty much go through all the systems of the vehicle, AC, steering.
What we do in diesel is we service engines, transmissions, axles, and we really focus on the bigger parts of the trucks, which are the AC systems, cooling systems, basically everything of it. What they've taught me is what I use every day when I go to work. And basically how it led me to my job is it showed me that there's jobs closer to home that pay well and give you plenty of options.
We can always goof around with each other, but get back to work when we need to.
The majority of the things we do in this shop are basic maintenance to keep the vehicles running.
Fluid changes, like oil changes, coolant flushes, and transmission flushes. And we go over electrical diagnostics, which is like power windows, door locks, and all the wires and stuff that'll recharge your batteries.
You pick Sussex Tech because it's a good foot in the doorway into the field I want to go into, which is auto mechanics. Best qualities about Tech is definitely the students and staff. Students help each other out and staff helps lead in the right direction.
So I'll continue my education in this field and at UTI in Bloomfield because I want to get more certifications and do this for a while. Certifications that I get are ASE certifications, so I'll be certified in steering and suspension, engine diagnostics when I graduate.
My friendships in shop changed my experience by making it more like home.
What made me think Tech was a good school for me was getting a jump start on like the working force and being ahead of everyone else who's in a normal sending district.
Well, all the shops, it's really like the big seller for me. Being able to have the experience to getting to a job right out of high school.
We do pretty much everything from like boxes to stairs, which we're working on now. We also do like mini projects for like skills and things like that.
I'm hoping to start in a union, start union work, and owe basically all of that to the shop.
One thing I definitely learned in my shop that I'm going to take with me to nursing school is all the anatomy and physiology that we learn in here.
The one thing I learned in shop, I'll take anywhere to be honest, is professionalism, because that I can use anywhere, not even just in the healthcare field.
If you want to go towards a lab career, you learn microbiology. If you want to go towards nursing or surgical, you learn A&P1, A&P2, and any medical profession that you go into, you're going to need to know MedTerm, and we certainly cover MedTerm in here.
I've learned a lot of life lessons in my shop. Miss Pinhas does a really good job at kind of helping out with, more than what's just going on in the classroom, and she's a really supportive teacher. From being in a technical school, I feel like we're already a step ahead because we learn about our trades and everything that we're interested in learning.
And I realized that there is a science natural resources shop, which is exactly what I wanted to learn.
Our shop has a good program for FFA, and if you follow through with that with the 4 years, you will end up with a lot of scholarship opportunities.
There's a lot of colleges that I'm looking forward to that have to do with my shop. Overall, my favorite part about this school is how kind everyone is and what I can learn here that's different from other schools.
The things we do in commercial baking as juniors and seniors is mainly cake decorating. So you do start to finish baking the cakes, making the icings, decorating them, stacking them, handing them out to customers and selling them.
One of the main things we do in dining room is we learn how to manage a line and basically work in the restaurant in the front of the house section.
That kitchen's like the back of the house of the kitchen. Like we do all the hot stuff, the entrees, we do soups, sauces.
I learned a lot about like hospitality wise and the business side, so I'll take that with me if I ever want to start my own business.
I plan on continuing my experience in the dining room field, and I see it as one of my main passions. I currently hold a position at St. Moritz Grill and Bar.
I'm going to the Culinary Institute of America, where I will study a bachelor's in food science.
After this, I kind of just want to keep wedding cake decorating because this is where my passion started.
In cosmetology here, we learn a variety of skills that will be useful throughout the rest of our lives, and for specifics for services, we learn pretty much anything that you'll see in the salon, chemical texture services, heat services like curling, straightening.
You learn how to talk to everyone, which is really important because any job you go into, you'll have to learn how to communicate with people, and we already know how to do that.
In Cosmo, I learned not only how to work with people, but how to inspire them and how to get inspired by my surroundings.
The friends I made are definitely lifelong. I can see myself being friends with them forever.
Being so involved with the people here and all the coaches and the staff has really given me so many different perspectives and really shaped my future and led me into what I'm planning on
doing. Some of the things that we do in mechatronics, we design robots that have been in competitions for Skills USA and VEX Robotics. Some of the stuff that we're doing now, we're building pinball machines that are using pneumatic devices. I picked Essex Tech because of the programs, the actual shop programs that other schools really didn't have. They had the classes, but there was no actual 4 years in depth with a teacher who knows exactly what they're doing. A lot of things that we learned are how to design electronic circuits, use of those circuits and then integrating them with actual mechanical systems as well. I am going to continue my education in this field because I'm going to the Marine Corps for electronics maintenance. Some of the ways that friendships have shaped my way at Tech is it made it a much better experience than I thought it would have been. I've had tons of more fun than I ever thought I really would, and that's pretty much what life is all about, having fun and learning.
In law and public safety, we do things ranging from fire safety to law procedure to constitutional law or even landmark cases. I decided to attend Sussex Tech because because I knew that they had a program called Skills USA here, and I knew that I wanted to be able to participate in it, but it is only active at career technical education schools. I feel as if tech really focuses on student growth and achievement and focuses on the knowledge that they want to learn specifically and what they're passionate about, rather than things that they need specifically to graduate. They're focused on what students like to do, not what they have to do.
I saw a lot of opportunity in getting college credits during my time here at very low cost compared to if I went to college to get them. So that puts me ahead, and I think it gives me good opportunities.
Budgeting, marketing, a lot of math, resumes, cover letters, Microsoft Office programs that not many people don't necessarily use in high school, so that's pretty cool.
From skills in here, the opportunities that I will receive include company recognition because of the activities I participate in, as well as abilities that will allow me to expand upon not just the computer science, but also the business aspect of that. Perhaps I will expand and become an entrepreneur one day.
So in building trades, we do heating, plumbing, electrical, to framing, to PHC controllers and stuff like that. We do a lot of small projects. Every day we're learning something new.
The things we do in building trades mostly involve the constructional trades for carpentry, HVAC.
Everything that I learned in this shop, I would pretty much take in a heartbeat.
What we do here in HVAC is we do heating, ventilation, and cooling. So we work on the systems that keep your house cool and keep your house warm in the winter months.
We'll go and heat your house if it's not working, or in the summer, if it's too hot, we'll go and cool it for you.
I picked Sussex Tech because it's the only school around that gives the opportunities for a trade as well as a high school education.
I chose Sussex Tech because the career choices that you can get after high school are pretty good.
I would like to continue my education in this field, probably more on the commercial side with more opportunities and the bigger equipment.
Some of the best qualities about tech are just the people. I mean, we all come here and we're like ready to go to work.
Things that we do in carpentry, we do a whole bunch of different things. We did a submarine, worked on a submarine, built a trebuchet, doing cabinet work and making cabinets and stuff like that, and just really a whole bunch of different stuff.
So like you could build a house and stuff like that, but you also learn smaller stuff like you can build a picture frame if you take a picture.
I picked Sussex Tech because I like the carpentry program.
I could do anything. This shop has really helped me get an advantage compared to everyone else.
I chose Sussex Tech because it has a really good carpentry program that I fell in love with that I wasn't going to be able to get at my ascending district.
I picked Sussex Tech because I saw the electrical trade program, and my dad, he did some electrical work back in the day, and I was like, you know what, this is probably a good thing to learn, and you know, trades are going up, stuff like that, and I thought this is a really cool learning experience rather than just going to regular high school. One main thing is teamwork and working with other people. I think that's one of the biggest things you really come out from learning from trades and stuff, and you know how to wire stuff like that, but most importantly, it's just working with others. The best qualities about tech, I think it's really just the shops. I think that's one of the biggest things about this place. It's amazing what you can do here.
This shop in architecture, we like to touch upon the future of the earth. We like to touch upon how the models that we're going to create as we go on will affect the earth positively, negatively.
We use Revit, which is a program where we get to work on building houses, and with that we could render things.
Some unique things that we learn in architecture would be how to get our ideas down on paper. Our teacher really pushes that we have to draft it really loosely, get everything down on paper, you never throw anything out.
My whole motive for becoming an architect would be that I would like to leave a mark on this earth before I leave, and it's the fact that I want to be proud of something that I've done.
engineering, we do a lot of CAD design, a lot of manufacturing having to do with parts. Right now I work on the submarine, on electronics.
Particularly this year we're working on the submarine. I'm part of the control group, so I'm making all those fins in the back.
I picked Sussex Tech because I love STEM fields, science, math, engineering.
As a freshman, my ability and my capability more so to help on the electronics and the manufacturing of the submarine is a really big deal, and the amount of work that I'm allowed to include is much, much more than most other people would have.
What I learned here is how to design stuff, how to build stuff.
My favorite thing is definitely going to be the teachers and the amount of equipment that we have to work with, and also the knowledge that everyone has. So when you're in an environment, everybody knows what's going on.